Yeah, I'm just trying to set up the chats. But then again, usually no one shows up. Cats. Uh, could be seen as a useless thing. But I don't care. If someone wants to come, they can. Okay, close that. Which, let's see. Godot. And today I want to continue working on the character. Uh, Mainly the spawning object that we made last time. I'd like to turn it into something that's usable for the attack manager right now. So, spawnable ice block spawn test. So we have our block, we have our moving projectile, we have the node with the thing we need to spawn, and the turret class that we have. Okay. Next up is I'd like to add it to player. So add an attack. Add. I'll add 3 frames. Sure. There are three main frames. Rename the attack. Spawn ice block. Yep. So we don't need a hitbox or a hurtbox. Maybe a hurtbox. That could make some sense, but I don't think I need one. Duration, it doesn't matter too much, but I'll give them like 5 frames each. Actually, this one I'll give 1 or 0 frames, because it's not an attack. 6 frames. Okay. Then here I want to add a child node. Spawn object. Okay. Override on max. Packed scene. Not that one. Add quick add. Spawnable ice block. Max allowed to exist. I'll say 2. Alright. And then the attack manager has no way to indicate that this spawn object will spawn something. I want to make an icon for this, I think. One second. Can I want to actually see? And go dot at icon. Go to the docs and search at icon. Nope, not what I was looking for. Using fonts, editor icons? Editor icons, that sounds probably better. Editor icons. Wait, no, this is a distraction from development. Don't do that. I'd like to, but no, that's not that thing. Okay. So normally it's hitboxes or hurtboxes here. Um, so current active frame is this, etc. Set frame dot disabled, set frame dot enabled, which means this stuff. For shape inboxes. So that if it's handled here, for spawner in spawners, and then this for now as spawn object uh, dot spawn into spawn position offset. This should be an export variable. Okay, save it. Go here, back to here. Spawn spawner dot position offset. I still need to declare this as an array of these. Colon indent. It is now the right type. Spawn spawner dot position offset one time, which it's already auto handled, so just spawn. And then ready. 4 boxes and get children. 4 shape in boxes not get children. I think I need to. Hold up. 4 boxes and get children. I get 4 nodes. In nodes. If it's a if node is spawn object, then spawner is not append. And node. I think for clarity I'll separate these out actually. I don't think this will cause any errors. Okay. And since this is auto-handled, spawn object, that's go 7, I think is fine. Assign it to an attack. So B, because it's ice block, or, yeah, anyways. It's B. So let's do either quarter circle forward or quarter circle back, but I think quarter circle forward since I've used that multiple times. So down, quarter circle forward. Okay, and then heavy kick should be A, heavy punch should be B. Spawn this, okay. Test the scene. And dread. Inputs. P. Light kick is that, heavy kick is P, this is L. Down, quarter circle forward, heavy punch, which is set to P. I've also tried heavy kick. Run again. The projectile works fine. It's a type attack. It's set properly. Let me just set it to uplate punch then. They are attached, so I should set top level. I forgot about that. Spawn objects. Self dot add child spawned dot top level. It's a node property. Somewhere that's weird. And visibility top level. Dot top level. Okay. Now run it. So uplight. It spawns both of them, which is not what I wanted. I just want one. Maybe because my timer is... Oh, I don't have a timer. I have spawn. It says 4 somewhere, maybe? I don't want to spawn all at once. I'm going to spawn one at a time. Spawned objects. If the thing is greater than max allowed to exist. Spawned objects. Okay. Um, Spawned objects equals spawned object dot filter. If override on max, queue free, remove at, else. Spawned uninstantiate, append add child. Yeah, let me change the number to 5, see what happens first. Okay, let me see if I run this frame perfectly. Up, light, 1, 7, one spawns, 8, another spawns. Okay, let's look at the frame script then. Oh wait, no, just not the entire thing. Okay, when it's set, it spawns 1. Let me go to attack manager, maybe it's re-enabling it twice or something. Attack manager. Set frame disabled, true, and false. Okay, I see the problem now. Spawn object. It's in here. Needs to only spawn if it's true. If value colon spawn. Run it. Up. Light. Spawns one. Spawns one. I did change the number that I can have. Are these just not movable, or maybe I just didn't set the layers right. Spawn object scene layer collision layer. They're walls. This is the kind of thing that's like, okay, you need to experiment a lot with the collision layers to understand what the hell they do. Let me set this to layer 3. It masks 1. Actually, it should just mask, right? It detects the layer up, light. Yeah, there you go. Much better. Other than the fact that it literally moves in the most strange way as possible, but it's fine. You can even rotate it. That's just behavior that's unreasonable. Why? Why would it do that? Just occasionally pushing it, and it just flies. Maybe I should make the thing smaller. I just want it to not fly like a hooligan. Okay. Let me change the player's collision to detect this as layer 3. So change this to layer 3. And then go to the player's agent layer collision box. Okay, the player itself. Collision. Detects 3. Run the project. Up. Light kick. Okay. Now this is the thing that I don't like. I can't move it anymore. Why? Why is that like that? I'm both detecting. It's caused because you're detecting both of them, so they just never touch each other. Well, I'm spawning the object. That's mainly what I wanted to do. I don't need to always have it work properly. I think this helped. Right? Did that help stop the shenanigans? That's shift, not up. No, it did not stop the shenanigans. Yeah, it's still it's still just like flying with that. I don't get that. Why does that happen? Where even is it? Where the heck did the block go? Well then, okay. If true, subtract the bounciness from the colliding object's bounciness instead of adding it bounce. Rush. I don't know what any of this means. Mm, I'm not sure how to fix that collision object. However, I did get spawning a block to help with platforming sections and stuff. Um, and then, let's double check that I did everything right for offset. Let me change this to 30 and just see how it works now. So up, light kick. Okay, up, light kick. Also on the same side, so it doesn't flip, which is a problem. Um, Maybe because that's global position. It makes sense to be global position. Well, if I use position, won't it follow? No, it just universally spawns in the one same spot. Okay, so it has to be global position plus position offset times position, dir, colon, is underscore right. This isn't right. This is a boolean. So times 2 minus 1 bracket int, right? Offset.x. Okay. That's the x, comma, position offset dot y. Okay, now if I run it, does it fix? No, not that player. Do you have a reference to the attack manager in this? No, which is unfortunate. For attack manager equals self dot get underscore parent. Type. Host, it's called host, okay. Oh, annoying. I don't know if I like that, having to be a reference like that. Yeah, run it. So we're facing right, up light kick, dies immediately. Are you serious? Are you serious? At on ready. Do it again. Yeah. Uh, a little better, but not exactly. X. So why would it be like that? It's spawning in a weird spot, and I don't know why it's like that. Like there it's spaced properly, this isn't. Let me go into debug mode for this actually. Wait to see this. So if thing that spawn equals null, okay, continue one time. Spawn objects, dot spawn, validate, check. This is allowed to exist. Spawn one, make it a child. Give the array self.outChild. Top level is set to true. Global position is then handled. And I believe I can run as whatever. Okay, never mind that. What about in frame by frame mode? Do we see anything different in that? I didn't enable frame by frame mode, did I? Frame by frame mode, up, light kick, forward, It spawns directly on me. Meaning this math is not handled in the correct ordering. Stop. Run. I believe it's just gonna work now. I just need to handle the math correctly. Yeah, it's also spawning closer because I think the initial value was off. Okay, there we go. That works. Epic. Hmm. That is something that spawns a block. Okay. Let's go to my notes. Reduced scope, I don't think it would have anything. It would be the ideas for characters for this character. Spawn a floor trap, and then there's taser attacks on the Y, which would be like freeze the enemy. No, this wouldn't have dash. You can do a lot of movement with just a single grappling hook, I feel, if you're actually smart about it. You can grab in front of you, behind you, above you. Ooh. So I might have, like, something there. And then platforming block, ice block, block button. Would I say this character is kind of done then? Other than the floor trap? Air jump, air dash. Air jump and air dash seem like reasonable upgrades for increased, movement and stuff. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh, no, how to spell secret. Okay. Is anyone able to help me think of any ideas that I could add onto this character? That would be fitting. Mm. Okay, so we've used Fireball. We used this fire explosion. So this is quarter circle. This is forward quarter circle down, comma, forward quarter circle up. This is quarter circle forward, down quarter circle forward, which is the standard. Electrical tools slash gadgets, I have none. This, I believe, is up quarter circle forward right now. No, is this even set? Anything? Also, why did the down quarter circle forward heavy punch? Heavy punch, not heavy kick, which is the wrong button. Then ice block, spawn. Okay, yeah, so that's fine. I definitely think this will help practice the players' quarter circles without them needing to try too hard on combat mid-game, so that they can get the instinctive feeling of this thing. And they have. It's so stupid. What? What is this, and why is it like this? It's hilarious. It's just so stupid. It makes no sense either. Okay, okay. Mm-hmm. Hmm. What's the Hollow Knight control scheme on controller? Jump attack, focus. So I'll have block. Dream nail. I'll have another attack. Um, Let me see Ori as well. Ori controls. Play game controls. Ori game controls. Wiki. Is there a section on controls? God damn you. final mask image. Stop trying to sign me in on things. Settings. Sign in. What is this dumb thing called? Controls. Layout. Fine, I'll just do this. No control settings. Okay. A is jump. Dash is right trigger. X and Y are attacks. B is spells. Left bumper is heal. Special one, special move one, special move two. They have motion inputs. In UI mode. Something. Yeah, so they have similar controls. Dash is on right trigger. Right trigger is the standard. But I broke out of that, like, my muscle memory is broken for that because I used Street Fighter so long that left trigger became dash or dry rush. Which, I don't have that preference, but alright. Okay. So now it's just like, how do I apply the remaining moves? Dash is R2. Alright, right trigger. I also wanted like maybe a cloak or something. Or you just hide your capability for a little bit. But I guess you'd have to be possibly just standing still, I guess. I don't have a DP input, which I am okay with. I'd like to keep it simple with quarter circles for the most part. See how it feels. Ask around how it feels with other people who are more familiar with fighting games at some point. Floor trap, floor trap, floor trap. Do I put it on quarter circle back? Since it's on Y, which I have actually used not a single special move for yet, as far as I can tell. I'm interesting. Hmm. Maybe I just need to do more fighting game research so I can think about it. Because honestly, I should try more characters. I have, like, out of characters I have tried for fighting games mainly, I have named JP in Street Fighter 6. Got the Master Rank with him, which some of it's the character and some of it's my amount of time spent on it, which is quite a long time. Um, then I tried Aki. For the tutorial testing, I've tried Soul and I've tried um, Elphilet Valentine. I wouldn't know how to say her name. Um, I looked at Queen Dizzy, since I'm going to also use her for the tutorial as me using it. Some of her special moves is like, okay, you now have to approach me since you've learned movement. Approach me. Mm-hmm. You know what? Let me just like look for a combo video. Fighting game combo video. I should just YouTube search fighting game combos. I'm sorry, what? Also, this is very interesting. This is very interesting. This is basically the very first search I've done regarding. Oh, hey, this seems like an interesting. 100 combos from 100 fighting games. I don't 100% know if there is 100 fighting games, but hey, what? Hmm, something like this seems fine. I should add this watch later. Where's my phone to add this? Combo theory. I should watch that and take notes because it's going to be important for things. Da-da-da. So search how combos work in any fighting game. Link, saved playlist, FGC research. Okay. Mhm. Maybe Will It Kill would be fine, though I do not like the idea of a copyright claim. Hmm. Fighting combos, electric characters. Maybe AI search would be fine as well. I don't know. Okay. I'll just ask for list of names for characters. Give me a list of names for chars that, that use gadgets or electricity or ice in their attack, as I would like to use them as references. Are they in playable fighting games, and which ones? No. What the hell is a Marvel versus DC? I don't think that's an actual thing. Da -da -da -da. What? I don't believe you. But I recognize the name because I actually played this character for a little bit. In Dead or Alive, I think he's a crossover character. Injustice. So let's see. Sub Zero Combo Wiki. One two one two two F1 F12 F123. What? What is this notation? Mortal Kombat controls. Okay, yeah. Anyways, controls, please and thank you. Movement, miscellaneous, cameo gauge, attributes, HUD, definitive edition. No. Okay. Um, what is the notation in Mortal Kombat? Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are attacks, and then F forward, up, down. Okay, so yeah. Okay, okay. Cool, 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 cool. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Forward 1, forward 1, 2, forward 1, 2, 3. Down 1. Blistering Blizzard. Wait, ouch. That's fine. Armor gap. Mostly just a lot of kicks and punches and stabs. Alright, Ice Clone. Charge Ice Clone is a projectile version. Really? That's insane. Why? Down forward, fourth hit. Suppose the opponent use in combo does not enable auto block and combo into this one too. Hmm. Okay. Raiden. Nope. Absolutely not. This is a terrible wiki for this. Not this one either. Super combo? There we go. Please? Please. Why are the images all not working? Damn you. Glacius, Iceman, Thor, Batman. You want Thor? Let's take a look at Thor. Thor, combo, wiki, MBC3, sure. Yada yada. Do you have, like, the overview here? Probably better. These images are tiny. Assists, I don't care. Just a smack with lightning, a smack with lightning. Maybe I should look at Echo? Electric ball. Electric lightning strike. Like a laser. Okay. Hammer, hammer. Um, Let me search Echo. Close enough. Nope. Wrong game. Echo 2XKO. Do you have videos for each of these? Time wonder. Ow, my ears. The audio. It's terrible. What the hell? Headphones on the wrong setting. Okay, it was just my headphones on the wrong setting. So that's more of like a moving trap. It's just a projectile you can hit. That's a rapid attacking move. 3-hit move. Yeah, I should make some follow-ups actually. Especially because of how my tutorial is designed. I should add one follow-up to this. Add single button this. Counter strike. Oh, yeah, those are time-based, so maybe not? Maybe I'm looking at the wrong character. There's also the universal moveset. Okay. Other characters. Was it Jinx that had something that stunned someone in the air? I'll lower the volume. Flying monkey. Minigun. Minigun, yeah. Okay. Change the height. Chomper, sure. Explosives. Zap, I think I'm looking for. Now that is something that I would like. Okay. So Zap. That's the move I was looking for that I recognized one time. Obsidian. Just electrical tools. So, for example, Zap from Jinx. Jinx from 2XKO. Can she aim it? Okay. So that's something interesting. Does it auto-turn? 1 second. Let me take a look at this move more. Okay, first off, that looks like she's aiming somewhere into the air a little bit, or that they fell on it. I don't know. If it's high enough, it's fine. Okay, so Zap is definitely a good move. I like this website exists. Anyone else that looks like they use gadgets? I'll take a look at Caitlyn, since I know she uses a gun. Rolls, shoots, simply. Interesting. Enticing trap. So it's just a simple floor trap, yeah. I probably would be doing that. In the air, okay, would not be a terrible idea, I think.
dive kick. It's on the ground though. Eight moves. Okay. I like Enticing Trap is just simple floor trap. They can walk on it simply. It stuns for a decent amount. It can be used in combos based on how they built it in case as well. So yeah, let's use that as a reference. Bracket. I don't know how to spell her name. C-A-L-T-L. Wait, no, that wasn't I. Y-N. Zap. Enticing Trap. That's two moves. Zap can be another fireball. So you have just regular fireball that launches or is explosive. Fireball. And then Zap, which is a stun tool. However, Caitlyn's a zoner. Yeah, I haven't really decided on if he's a rushdown or not for the agent. He's just got a moveset. Maybe they should be a zoner? With the grappling hook as a really strange anti-air, or more of a movement mechanic than a combo mechanic. I've made it also an attack. For the grappling hook, there's two ways I could do it. I could do it as a swing, which I think would be harder to cove and whatnot. Or I could do it as like, okay, they grapple onto the thing, they pull themselves up with a lot of force, and then they fly forwards, which I think might be easier. So I will write down rope dart from the messenger, but angled up. Because that seems easier to code. I hit something, and then it goes, yeah, I pull myself up, shoot the velocity of the player, and yeah. It should give some nice movement platforming challenges that I could do. Including like, okay, you have to grappling hook and then drop something out of the air onto a button somewhere below you so you can continue escaping. Oh man, I feel like I could design a chase sequence with the dash, the grappling hook. Do I make an 8-way dash or a universal 8-way dash? What's the difference between a jump and a dash that's 8-way for like vertical? I don't think it's a ton. instead of a double jump, you get a dash in the air, and dash is 8-way. Games with 8-way dashes. I don't think there's a lot, but there's a few characters with 8-way dashes. This is more of a discussion today, I guess, than coding. Another thing is collision layers working or something. So let me make a floor trap, I guess. So the scene would be ooh, how do they block it? Frick. How does blocking work against this thing? Well, should they be allowed to block it? Can it be blocked, actually? Well, I would assume it can be blocked when it's being thrown initially. But then, if you walk into it, that's dumb. It would make sense to be a low. Does it hit low? Is the trap property a low? Enticing trap can hit off the ground, that's sure. Causes a snare action that restands unless they have used a major reaction. Throwing a second will trigger the first one. Rifle shots can bounce off. But is it a low? KT Lin enticing trap. Is it a low? Okay, but is it a low? Traps. It wouldn't make sense to be an unblockable, but it does make sense if it would be a low. It would make less sense if it's a mid. Okay, I'd have to test that, and that would require getting the game and downloading it or playing it, which I don't know if my computer can handle, but my Xbox definitely could. So that's just a thing that I would like to know. Yeah, let's look at Teemo. Archetype trap. Is it just shoot? No, just no. Mantle dash, sure. Nox trap, mushroom, and there's a forward toss. What is guerrilla tactics? Yeah. I see. Shoot 3. Just hit them 3 times, I guess. Accidental damage. Okay. I see. Okay. I am not sure. Okay. Up. With attack. Follow up. Instead of just like a knockdown. So, or it connects and then you have a few frames to decide before it automatically moves on to the next one instead. Attack with follow-ups. Yeah, I think attack with follow-ups would make some sense here. With attack follow-ups, I think this makes sense here for the grappling hook. Give the player a few unique options. Maybe they need to go up or something. Or forwards more. At 45 degrees is fine, I think, though. If it's attack follow-ups, I could throw the opponent down, throw them up, etc., etc. It would also have to be air okay. So, any more platforming things that could be make sense? Okay. Can you look up things that can be spawned that are used in platformers in platformers. Spawned by the player that used platforms. Platforms, I think, hopefully will auto-interpret that into platformers. So solid temporary things, web platforms, bounce pads, rope anchors, throwable hooks, stepping stones, moving platforms, sticky wall, bridges, blocks, ladders, crates, grappling hook anchor, launch cannon portal, gravity flippers, supply anchor, timed bond platform, spawn solid, explodes after 60 seconds. Temporary platforms that appear and disappear at intervals. Spawn version gives the player control of timing. Melting ice block. Fading bridge. Spawn bridge that degrades under the player's weight. Is my agent crazy enough to do a grenade jump? Well, I could just make a launch pad or something. Grounded launch pad. Throws a spring on the ground and bounces off of it and jumps really high. That could be something. No, I don't need to add more moves. Stop scope creeping. I just needed moves for the electrical tool. So I should just make these. That's 3 moves on the fire, and 2 moves on that. Quarter circle, that's 6 specials. Do I really need 6 specials? 2 of them are fireballs. So fireball and electric ball. And then one's a floor trap. And then 2 are just like launchers. That's 6 specials. Okay. Sure. Okay, I guess I should just make them. So we have spawn ice block. I will spawn object, thing to spawn, open the scene, rigid body, yeah. So other than fixing this, which spawn test, spawnable projectile, spawn 1 test, spawnable ice block. Is the ice block in the yeah, okay, that's good. branch as seen. Spawn ice block, Fightvaina tags, save, and then I need to reset the input for it to be down quarter circle, heavy punch, heavy kick. Okay. Then we want 2 more attacks still. Rename to spawn floor trap. And rename this to zap or electric stun projectile. Electric. So this one's fairly easy. It would be just do the projectile. I could use the spawn projectile thing, you know? There's spawn object, and then there's spawn, and then there's the projectile attack, which has a max limit. One, two, three, fix names. Here, add projectile box. So this compared to spawnable projectile. It's literally the same, but this has less things. Extends active hitbox. Compare this to the projectile script. Which has a little less, but not too much. Or, sorry, it has a little bit more, but not too much more that's problematic. It's just that there's a spawn script that handles it, which is separate. The biggest difference between the two is that this reuses a projectile versus the spawn one, which just creates a new one every single time. I don't know. I may actually want to edit the frame to add projectile, add hitbox, add hurtbox, add spawn projectile object. I edit the script and add export var add underscore spawn stopped getting distracted. Okay. then I still need to connect the signal to the animation tool. Spectre. Frame timer, projectile, hitbox, yada yada, animation resource, add an element, quick load, basic moving forward, make unique, a third of the speed. Okay, hitbox data. I should make some standard hitbox status as well. Okay. So stun type, it will be basic. It will air stun override. It will be 0 and 0 because I want them to stay in this location. It will be block stun nothing. I need to decide on frame data too. What's the regular projectile? Fireball. Scene. 43 frames total. Not anymore. 45 frames. So 11, 1, and 31. Okay. 11, 1, 31. Fixed names. Yep, those are the same data. There, it's just the stun error type. Hit type mid. Lock stun distance. No duration. I think 25 frame. You should be hitting these things at range. What did I set the fireballs to? Block duration 28. At 28, which before was basically at 30, stun frames 30, 13, you would be -2 point blank. You know what, let's just do the same thing. Copy. Hit stun 60. Damage not very high probably. 400. I don't know. 0, 0. Hit stop frames 0, I think. 60 frames? Yeah, 70 frames. Okay. Save child as branch, attacks. put that on a special move. Quarter, circle, down, forward. Heavy punch. Okay. Spawn portrait. Where's on hit managed? Has hit in the attack. I think the stun manager could manage the visuals for the stuns. I'll put that as a note in the stun manager. It would make sense to me that every stun test type uses basic as the directional thing, but like for visuals, put things here to do make the visuals for stuns of type like fire and electricity or ice here, and then put this in the to-do list for the big one. Make spawn on object thing. Add spawn object under frames with a button. Haven't these two been done? Reduce scope, maybe. I'm gonna uncheck them to double check them later. Demo scope. Make something visual. Release on itch. Show attacks without the editor help. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is. I have 1 month to complete these 3 points. Make a visual tool that helps visual inspection without make a visual tool without needing to show all the attacks without. Is there a way to do that? 1 second. Maybe it's an easy thing. In the exported game, can I set the hit boxes / hurt the collision boxes and shapes to be visible when built gives one line of code. The built-in debug option does not carry over to exported builds. The built-in debug option does not carry over. The visible collision shapes feature is not intended as a debug-only feature and is stripped out on export by default. One line fix for exported builds. To enable collision shape visibility in exported projects, add this line to your scene. You can toggle off with a key press the simple in-game debug. Set debug collisions hint. Okay, but what if I only want to show per attack, assuming I have a system that enables the attacks and disables them automatically. Close the boxes. Because I have a system that enables and disables the boxes, but if I want the debug tool to exist and work. Just need a visual mirror that enables the simplest way to drive visibility directly out of whatever. Okay. I could set visible. Why am I not using that actually? Because it's just ugly. As is. Attack manager. Disabled shape dot visible equals exclamation mark value. Run this. Okay, so eventually... Okay, so for the projectiles it doesn't work. For the other attacks it seems like it's fine. What the heck? Why is the camera doing that? Oh, do I have it set to something weird? I was pressing just Y. What? Did it get set to the wrong thing? Yeah, it was set to the wrong thing for some reason, weirdly. Down is also set to the wrong thing, so, well... Those are fixed now. Okay. It's not setting visible. Which it means I've just coded it wrong. It's in the frames section. It should not be this. Wait, why is it not working the other direction? What? What broke you? Animation tool. Okay, I need to figure this problem out now. Going right, it moves fine. Going left, it moves backwards. Which is not okay. Why did this happen? Let me undo what I did in the frames. This thing, I don't know if it's helping or hurting or whatever it is. Let me enable the heavy attack so I can see the things. See most of the other ones. Visually, at least. Wait, is this the one thing where it was like really annoying that that somehow the print line fixed it? No. Unless... yeah, no, I didn't think so. Okay. Oh. Would it be this? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes more sense. Yeah, so I accidentally left an if statement with the wrong state. But it's fine. Oh my goodness. How many indents is that? So we have one indent for the function, one for the for loop, for number of times, one for whatever thing it is, x, y, and then end with 0. Wasn't there a line or something that was supposed to stop the animations if kill momentum of thing? Yeah, there's that boolean. Ow. It's in the attack So let's look there. Okay, let's look on the animation tool. Animation resource. No uses of animation rotate. Kill animation of tween unused. Oh, momentum, sorry. Alrighty, I think I'm gonna call it there. Thanks for watching. Assalamu.